Hi, this is Dr. Dana Rocky, and many of you know that I take Juice Plus, and I consider it elemental in my transformation about 5 years ago of getting to a much healthier point in life. And I just want to explain today exactly what Juice Plus is, because I still get a lot of questions and comments regarding Juice Plus that tells me that a lot of people don't exactly know what Juice Plus is. So I want to make that pretty clear, and also why Juice Plus is different from many other supplements and what makes, in my opinion, it as special as it is. So we'll start off by three things on the slide that I want to show you. Of course, there's a fruit blend, a vegetable blend, and a berry blend. But the most important thing is that Juice Plus is a whole food supplement. What's in these capsules, in these bottles here, is whole foods, whole, fresh fruits and vegetables that are concentrated and dehydrated and put into capsules. This is not an isolated man-made supplement. I personally don't take any. I don't take a multivitamin, which is man-made and isolated. I prefer to take whole foods, and that was a big part of my transformation, is realizing that I needed to have a predominantly plant-based diet. Well, this helps me achieve that. So 30 whole foods are in here, and I'll explain what those are in a minute. And such that it's only food in here, we have a food label on the bottle. So if it is something more than just whole food, you cannot have a food label. So that is a big plus for me. Number two, understand that because this is whole food, fresh fruits and vegetables that are dehydrated and put into capsules, what you're really looking for in here is the fact that there are phytonutrients in here. And I'll explain that in just a minute also. But that's really what you're looking for when you eat fresh fruits and vegetables. You're looking for the tiny compounds, nature-made compounds that are in the fresh fruits and vegetables that help us be healthier, help reduce inflammation, help boost our immune system. That's really what you're looking at. So first two things are the fact that it is just simply food, and it has a food label to prove that, and it is teamed with phytonutrients, which are what you want, the benefits that you get out of eating the fruits and vegetables. As a sidelight, this NF certification here is very challenging to get and requires a great deal of work on the part of the company to be able to do that. And this is very prestigious to have this certification. When you're NF certified, that means it's highly pure, and what's in it is in it only, nothing more, nothing less. And so this is a really big deal here to have NSF certification on the product. And thirdly is the published research. As a healthcare professional, when I take something or recommend something or use a product, I really want to see the research behind it. That's important to me to know that the product is really well tested and it actually does what it says it does. There's a mountain of research. This is an older slide. It says 30 published research clinical studies here. We now have 37. There really isn't any other product like this on the market that can compare in the depth of quality and the depth of the research that it has. Now, I mentioned fruits and vegetables, and with the fruit blend, the vegetable blend, and the berry blend. This is what you're getting inside Juice Plus. Nothing more, nothing less. And so it's over 30 different kinds. You're supposed to be eating 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. Not a lot of people I know do that. And so Juice Plus is just a really great way to make up for the difference between what you are doing and what you're supposed to be doing. And there again, the key component that we're getting at when we eat all of this, both the variety and the amount, is the phytonutrients, the nature-made compounds that are in all of this that help us be healthy. That's really the key issue here. That's why you want to eat as many fruits and vegetables as you can, a predominantly plant-based diet. And Juice Plus itself, with a variety across here, helps us bolster our phytonutrient and antioxidant values in the body. Just to round out the product line, Juice Plus has a great shake mix. I personally believe it's the finest shake mix on the market for two reasons. It's got an excellent source of plant-based protein. Soy, chickpea, pea, and rice. I know there's a big controversy regarding soy. That's a question for another video. But pure, clean, water-washed soy is a great source of protein, and I think that's awesome for this product. And secondly, this is a great balance of carbohydrates, proteins, and fibers, all leading to what we call a low glycemic index, so it doesn't cause the big sugar spikes. This is a staple in my house, and It just tastes great. I just believe this is the finest shake mix on the market. It comes in a bar also. It's the same mix. Also, Juice Plus promotes something called a tower garden, an aeroponic vertical garden that allows you to grow multiple plants on it. I personally have 3 of these at my house, and the really great part about it is it's really growing vertically without dirt, a whole bunch less water, a whole bunch less space, and it's very easy to use. So I can walk right out my back door. I can grab fresh produce there, kale, chard, parsley, whatever, to put in my smoothies in the morning. And it's just a really easy way to provide extra nutrition, organic, clean, healthy nutrition. If you're really interested in taking your health to the next level, this is really a great tool for that you can actually get clean, organic produce teeming with nutrients right there, picked on the vine, off the vine, and eaten and ingested or put in smoothies or whatever right then. The latest product from Juice Plus to come out is being touted as quite a sensation. This is worldwide a very big success, and it's only introduced several months ago. Many people have heard that omegas are important, and typically they do that with fish-based oils. It turns out that fish seemingly get most of their omegas from algae, so Juice Plus has decided to take what I call the middleman out of the equation and go right to the algal source of it. And with the addition of other products in here, seeds, we end up with a really clean plant-based source of omegas, which are, in my opinion, fundamental for good brain health and good cardiovascular health, something that we all want. Well, I mentioned what was really important to me was the research, and all around the world, prestigious universities like this have, we've had the honor to be able to work with doing product research on Juice Plus. And that research over the time has allowed us to be able to say things like that Juice Plus is readily absorbed by the body. That's really important. You take many oral supplements, vitamins and whatnot, and they don't seem to be, calcium supplements, they don't seem to be readily absorbed by the body. A lot of that is excreted out. And so I say, what is the point? Reduces oxidative stress. Subject for another video, but this is really the chemical process by which we age and cells deteriorate in the body. So obviously reducing cellular oxidative stress would be really important. Reduces key biomarkers of systemic inflammation. I am under the belief that systemic inflammation is really the root cause to chronic disease. Simple example of that would be chronic inflammation in a joint, would be arthritis, and we all know what happens when that goes on for a long time. So we're looking at reduction in systemic inflammation, healthy immune system. Of course, everyone can understand that. Protection of our DNA. The DNA changes for the worse lead to things like cancer and whatnot, and we certainly do want that. Cardiovascular wellness is very important, as you can imagine. Supports healthy skin and gums, and being a dentist, I have actually seen where ingestion of Juice Plus has actually led to reduction of inflammation and reduction of pocket depth, so this is important to me. Now, I mentioned phytonutrients before, and I just want to give you a quick example of that, because of course a multivitamin would have maybe 30-something minerals and vitamins in it. Well, just consider that an apple itself, we think, has approximately 10,000, maybe as many as 10,000 phytonutrients and antioxidants. Remember, those are those small amounts of tiny nature-made compounds that are in there that help us be healthy, maybe as many as 10,000. We have isolated 800 of them only here. So this is what you're getting when you eat, for example, an apple, fresh fruit, or a vegetable. You're getting loads of the phytonutrients and antioxidants which your body craves and needs to help keep itself healthy, versus, say, a multivitamin. And I mentioned the studies for Juice Plus. We are now at study 30 up to 37. This is study 37, and it in Parma, Italy, and it talked about the absorption. It actually measured the absorption of the phytonutrients into the bloodstream. Now here's 2, here's 1, here's 3, so we've got 6 with names we can't even pronounce, proving that the phytonutrients from the fruits and vegetables that came out of the Juice Plus actually were absorbed into the body. So this is really important. We've been suggesting that Juice Plus reduces oxidative stress, reduces inflammation, and suggesting a mechanism by how that would happen. Here in this study, we have now proven that the phytonutrients and antioxidants from the Juice Plus product actually are absorbed into the bloodstream. Well, what do? Well, we look at study number 36 for that, done in Newcastle, Australia. And this is really the point here that we're trying to drive home. Nutrigenomics, the fact that plant-based materials that we ingest nutrition-wise actually have something to do with the genetic makeup of our cells and our body. We actually determined in this study that as many as over 1,600 genes were impacted, and we were saying that systemic inflammation was lowered. Well, we now know genetically how that's done. I'll explain in a minute. Lipid, I mean the cholesterol manufacture, and insulin, meaning the blood sugar metabolism, is also affected by the genetic changing. And NF-kappa is a strong inflammatory marker, which of course we want to reduce. AMPK is a metabolic marker, which we would like to increase, which has a lot to do with fat stores and reduction of fat. This is really where the action is. A nutrition component that you take and how that affects genetically way down in the cellular, in the DNA level. The conclusions of this particular study, or I should say the results, cholesterol was actually lowered 7.4% in this patient population that they tested, 9 kilogram of weight loss, and that led to what they calculated to be an almost 20% reduction in cardiovascular disease risk. Now, most of you probably haven't dealt with scientific studies too much, and just a couple of percent moving the barometer one way or another is considered significant. Almost a 20% increase moving the barometer in the study is, in my opinion, absolutely phenomenal. So we have research now from this latest study, study 36 from Newcastle, Australia, that actually shows that the Juice Plus product line tends to cause these positive changes in these individuals. So how did it do that? It upregulated insulin signaling genes, meaning it played with the blood sugar component of blood sugar metabolism to actually lower that. It downregulated the lipogenesis, this would be your cholesterol lipid panel here, to reduce that. This inflammatory marker was reduced, and this metabolic marker here was increased to reduce fat stores. So all of these tending to be positive and heading someone in the right direction to try and get healthier. Bottom line, reduced cholesterol. Tissue necrosis factor alpha is a genetic marker too. Just in the sound of it, tissue necrosis factor just doesn't sound like something you want a lot of. This is a very strong inflammatory marker that once this gets triggered and is going, causes things like cancer and other aggressive inflammatory pathways. So obviously you'd want to reduce that. Blood pressure, of course, is good. Increasing lean muscle mass, that's that fat store business that we talked about before. And decrease systemic inflammation, which to me, as an overview, as a broad stroke, this is probably the major thing that we want to accomplish in the body, because, as in my thinking, chronic systemic inflammation always leads to disease. So bottom line for us in Juice Plus is we love seeing that fruit and vegetable concentrate supplements may be beneficial for improving metabolic profile, thus reducing the risk of developing chronic inflammatory disease. That's exactly what we want to reduce right in here. And so now we really have a product here in Juice Plus that, to sum it up, Juice Plus has developed a process by which they can take whole food, fresh fruits and vegetables, and actually with their process and not degrade them, remove the phytonutrients and the antioxidants out of them and dehydrate them and put them in capsules so that it's very easy and convenient for us to take. And probably the best, and you saw the benefits that we got via the last 2 studies, which in my mind are absolutely phenomenal. So our good friend Dr. DuBois, one of America's best known physicians and certainly one of the smartest guys in infectious disease, made the quote that is my favorite. After looking at all the research done on Juice Plus, I recognize that there is nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that has been shown to do all of these things in the human body. So a very streamlined, a very simple product to take that helps you achieve your goal of eating more fruits and vegetables, helps you migrate to more of a plant-based diet. So just thrilled to be able to mention the product, explain what it is versus many of the other competitors, and what makes it so special. It's the research that's behind it that to me is phenomenal, that separates us from the rest. So thanks very much for watching.